Morning, everyone. This is a correction of the midterm test 1 for the 9th form 3 2024. Here we go. The first part is listening. And the first question should usually be about the main idea of the listening. Now, what would the speakers do if they had £1,000,000? The only correct answer is B, because the only common correct answer is they have different ideas, but none of them would stop working entirely. So that was the correct answer. Now, question 2 is related to part 1, Emma, and it's spelling. Spelling means you should write correctly. Now, an average house near London. Average means it can be medium-sized or, medium in the price. It's not cheap, it's not expensive. An average house near London costs about £500,000, but with that money, I could buy a nice big house in the country. I could decorate it nicely, get some nice furniture. Furniture is an uncountable noun, so we do not say furnitures. Right. Now, question number 3 is still related to part 1, and it's about functions. Now, what does the following utterance express? I would still have to work. Have to is the synonym of must work. And of course, it's expressing obligation. Right. Part 2 is Louise talking. And Louise how does she feel about her current university course? Current means, now, related to the present situation. And she finds it fulfilling, which means, satisfying or making her happy. Monotonous means tedious, boring, or challenging means hard. So, of course, the correct answer is monotonous, and that means boring. That's why she would like to change it. Now, this statement is false, corrected with, the right details from the text. So here you have to be all ears, listen carefully. If she were a millionaire, Louise would study finance. No, she is studying finance, and she would rather study jewelry or fashion design. Okay, that was question 5. Now, part number 3, Duncan, the man talking now, and it's about, picking out 2 leisure activities Duncan would learn if he had £1,000,000. So here the key is he would learn, right? So he would learn 2 activities, scuba diving and sailing. Right, question number 7. What would Duncan do after returning? Keyword here is after returning. Okay. Second. Voila. So after returning, he says, I'd buy a classic car and a motorbike, a house somewhere nice. And he would. Sorry, I wrote I here. Let me correct. Okay. He'd buy a classic house, a classic car, a motorbike, and a house somewhere nice, and he would give the rest of the money to charity. The answer is correct even if you stop at a motorbike, buy a car, a motorbike, and a house. Okay, next is the pronunciation part. Right. Pronunciation here is circle the odd one out. If you look carefully here, we say decorate. Donc, this is the A sound. Classic a matter a, and charity a. So, of course, the odd one out is decorate because it's got the sound A. The second list now, you have the word though, motorbike, probably, and lonely. Of course, the correct answer is probably. Voila. Thank you. That was part number 1, listening. Please learn from your mistakes. Right, we pass to language now, and here we go. The first exercise is put the words in parentheses in the right tense of form. Now, Suarez used to be a good student in school and a good manner. Okay, here it's a compound adjective, a good manner boy. So the correct answer is well mannered. Here we are describing the character, so we use the adverb plus hyphen plus noun plus ed. So he's a well-mannered boy. Okay, so however, of late he had mixed with the wrong company. He lost interest. Lost is the past of lose. He lost interest in his studies and his grades were affected. His parents had received many phone calls from his teachers at school complaining about him. He's not a good example to follow, you know. At home, he became rebel and disrespectful child. Now, if I look at disrespectful, that's the adjective. And of course, I have to make the adjective from rebel. So it's rebellious, right? Okay. It's a bit challenging, I know, but that's good. I mean, it's a good opportunity to know, know information, right? So rebellious and disrespectful child to his parents. They had tried to coax him. Coax him, please remember, it means persuade or convince him. Okay, it's a new word for you. So coax him to change and even tried harder methods like grounding him and not, but that not seem, but nothing seemed to work. He seemed to be spiraling from bad to good to bad. I mean, when you look here, spiral it means change or gradual change. And of course, when we have gradual change, it means we move from adjective to comparative and even more. And another comparative example from bad to worse and worse. Okay, his parents his parents were at a here I need a noun, so the noun of lose is loss. Okay, as to what to do with him, and then an incident occurred, which was the turning point in his life. 2 years, 2 weeks ago, Suarez played truant. Here, play truant means, you skip classes. So skip the classes. To play truant means to skip classes. Okay, he went to a nearby shopping center to meet up with his a group of undesirable friends. In one of the shops, Suarez saw a comic book that he really liked. However, his pocket money not be. Now, if you look carefully, all the context is in the past. So the negative of the verb to be in the past is wasn't. Okay, was and wasn't. Money is uncountable, of course, so please use wasn't. Wasn't enough to pay for the book, so he surreptitiously slipped the book into his bag and then went to the toilet as he have a stomach ache. Now, here we have kind of description of feeling. So he was having, it's a pain, so it takes time, you know. Or, well, I accepted he had a stomach ache, but the correct answer is he was having. He was having a stomach ache, so he went to the toilet. The long action, interrupted by short action. In the cubicle, he took out his cigarettes and lit up. Look at the verb light in the past. So this is the verb light in the past. And we can also say lighted. Okay. This caused the sound of an alarm to pierce the air. Suarez not realized, still we are in the past, and the negative of the past is didn't realize. He did not realize that he was the cause of the noise until there was a banging on his toilet cubicle. The security guard demanded that Suarez come out of the cubicle at once. In addition, when the guard still the past. This is an irregular verb. You have to learn how to write it. It caught him. He did the routine check on Suarez's bag and he discovered he stole. Here's a fact, of course. He stole the book. And that got him into more trouble. From then on, Suarez realized the severity, that's the noun of severe, of his actions, and he has been trying to turn over a new leaf ever since. And that was question number one. Question number two, still, fill in the blanks with 8 words. It means maybe 2, maybe 3 words are extra. Dear mom and dad, I need to share something that's been weighing heavily on me. I feel like I'm losing myself under the rules and expectations. You control so much what I wear, how I behave, even who I hang out with. It feels like no part of me is truly mine. It means my part anymore. You want me to study day and night, excelling my students, and focus only on my future? But the pressure is suffocating. So here is an adjective that means, I mean, so hard to bear. It means unbearable, right? Suffocating or unbearable. Okay, I'm not asking for complete freedom, just trust. Trust that I can make decisions. The correct, appropriate answer is I can make. So he's asking, or she's asking her parents, daughter, she's asking her parents to trust her. She can make the decision. Here is the ability. She can make decisions even if they are not always perfect. I know you want the best for me, but I need to discover who I am without constant oversight. Oversight simply means control or supervision, right? Remember the word. I will write supervision, supervision, or control, can be control, right? That's the meaning. So I need to discover who I am without your constant oversight. It's exhausting, means tiring, pretending to be someone I'm not, just to meet the image you've created for me. Means, I mean, the idea is he's or she's so tired of acting like she's someone different. All right. She insists your guidance is, it means very important or valuable, the synonym of important. Remember, we studied this. Okay, but so is my independence. Now, here's a new word, so it should be capitalized. Two words are capitalized, despite and besides, and they are both linkers, but different linkers. So you have to understand the meaning of the sentence so that you get it correctly. Now, here is despite the challenges, it is expressed, sorry, okay, despite Despite the challenges I may come across at times, I love you both. It means, although there are many challenges, she still loves her parents. So I appreciate everything you do, but I'm asking you to see me as a person I am becoming, not the child I once was. I'm not asking to break away. Break away simply means, I mean, be free. We don't say, I'm not asking to break off. No. Break off, for example, we say the break of the day, but not a person. I'm not asking to break away completely. I just need you to let me breathe and spread my wings. It means let me grow up, okay? To become the person I'm meant to be, not the better version of you. Please try to understand me. Voilà, this is a letter of complaint as we studied in class, and of course, the new vocab. And voilà, thank you. Okay, that is the last exercise. It's circle the correct option. Of course, here I don't have that arrow, so, and I'm going to use a highlighter. Thank you for sharing your heart so openly. This is an answer to the previous letter. It takes immense courage to express what you're feeling, especially when it comes to something as deeply personal or personally as your relationship with us. So here there is as here, as deeply, and another as here. So remember the rule of equality. So as plus adjective here. Of course, between the two adjectives, there is the adverb. Yes, we describe the adjectives with, I mean, adverbs. So, as deeply personal as your relationship with us, we want you to know that we hear you and we are listening. Here we notice the difference between hear and listen. So, I mean, just understand the sentence. We understand now our desire to protect you may have unintentionally made you constantly feel, okay, here is the verb make someone do something. So remember the rule, make someone do something. So make you feel trapped. The past of feel is felt, of course. It was never our intention to make you feel, like you couldn't be yourself. You're growing, learning, and becoming your own version, and we need to trust that the values we instilled in you will guide you. Here, kind of conditional phrase. So we need to trust. Uh, I mean, we need to be sure, let's say, expressing certainty. So we need to trust that the values will guide you in making the right decisions. There is no conditional, of course. We know it must be all three hard words. Okay, fulfilling means satisfying. Frustrating means deceiving, simply. And fascinating, of course, means amazing. Donc, we know it must be frustrating to feel like you're constantly under our watch. But please understand, it's only because we love you so much and want to shield you or protect you. You protect someone from harsh realities, right? Okay, three more linkers. However, unless, which means if not, however, is for contrast, and although is for contrast. Uh, I mean, Here, deep concentration should be, your key. So we realize now that this love should not limit your freedom, but give you the strength to find your own path. Now, the only correct answer is however. It's expressing contrast first. And number two, although is used with a clause, but without the comma. That comma is the key, clue. It means helping us to know it is the word however. So, however, we realize now it means but simply. We realize now that this love should not limit your freedom, but should give you the strength. The strength is the noun of strong. So remember, strengthen is the verb. Okay. Voila. Strengthen. There's an E missing here. Right. We will try desperately hard or impatiently here three adverbs. But the choice is easy since the two adjectives here are, negative. Desperately means we don't have any hope, hopelessly. Impatiently, kif kif, there is no patience. No, it's negative. The only correct answer is hard. We will try hard means we will do our best. We'll try hard to give you the space you need and we'll work on trusting you more. Just remember, we'll always have safe place in us no matter what. We love you unconditionally and we're proud of what you are becoming. These were two cases of, letter of complaint and another kind of apology, maybe. It's not apology, but it's an answer to the complaint, right? That was our test for, this year. Please remember, mistakes are our best teachers. Okay, you may find this on our, YouTube channel. Goodbye and have a nice day.